The sun was burning hot over the wide desert. The wind was dry and the sand stretched as far as the eyes could see. Deep in this desert, a group of scientists was working. They were digging near some ancient ruins that had just been discovered. No one knew who built those ruins. No one had seen anything like them before. Dr. Sarah Malik, the lead archaeologist, wiped sweat from her forehead and looked at the strange stone walls. "This place is older than any human city," she said. "Maybe more than 10,000 years old." Her team was tired, but excited. They had found unusual symbols, strange tools, and even small machines that no one could explain. But today, something very different happened. "Doctor, come quickly," shouted one of the workers. Sarah ran to the digging site. In the center of the pit, something shiny was glowing under the sand. It was metallic, silver and black, and shaped like a smooth cube, almost 6 feet wide. But the metal wasn't like anything on Earth. It didn't rust. It didn't feel cold. It was warm, as if it was alive. They cleaned the cube carefully. There were no buttons, no switches. Just a small circle in the center of one side, glowing faint blue. Suddenly, the ground vibrated. The air became thick and heavy. And then, it happened. The cube lit up. Blue lines moved across its surface like lightning. A deep mechanical voice came from inside the object. The team froze in fear. "Warning, countdown initiated. Humanity must choose." Everyone looked at each other, shocked. Who was speaking? How did this cube know English? Sarah stepped forward. "Hello? Can you hear me? Who are you?" The voice replied, "You are late. They are coming. Prepare or be erased." Then the light disappeared. The cube became silent again, but a small display lit up on the side. It showed a countdown -60 days, 00 hours, 00 minutes. The entire team was speechless. Sarah quickly called her headquarters. Military helicopters arrived within hours. The desert was sealed off. News reporters were told nothing. The world's top scientists, military leaders, and AI experts were flown to the site. General Adrian Brooks, a tall man with a sharp voice, took control. He didn't like strange objects, especially ones giving warnings. "What is this thing?" he asked. "Is it a weapon? A message? A bomb?" Dr. Sarah replied, "We don't know, but it was buried here for a very long time. It waited, and now it's awake." The cube was moved to an underground lab. Experts tried to scan it, but the metal blocked everything: X-rays, heat, even sound. No signal could get in or out, but the countdown continued. Sarah studied the ancient symbols they had found earlier. Some were on the cube too. She believed this was a message from the past. A warning, not a threat. One night, while she was alone in the lab, the cube lit up again. The same blue glow. The voice returned, but softer this time. "You must remember, we fought. We won. But they are not gone." Sarah whispered, "Who are you?" The cube replied, "We are what you were. Before you forgot, look deeper." Suddenly, a hologram appeared in front of her. It showed a battle. Massive ships in space, humans in advanced armor, strange alien creatures, and Earth burning. Sarah stepped back, her heart racing. Was this real? Was Earth once part of the space war? She saved the recording and showed it to General Brooks. He looked angry but also afraid. "This is nonsense," he said. "Humans never had space technology like this." Sarah replied, "Maybe we did, but it was lost or hidden. This artifact, this cube, it remembers, and it's warning us." General Brooks ordered extra security. He didn't trust the cube, but Sarah felt something else. This was not just a machine. It was a key to a forgotten history, a silent witness, buried for centuries, now trying to speak. The countdown continued. 59 days, 23 hours, 42 minutes. And somewhere, far beyond Earth, something was listening. The desert lab was now under full lockdown. Soldiers guarded every door. Drones flew above the area. Inside, scientists worked day and night, trying to understand the strange cube. The countdown was still running, minus 59 days left. Dr. Sarah Malik couldn't sleep. The hologram she saw last night kept replaying in her mind: space battles, powerful humans, and terrifying alien creatures. It looked real, too real. In the main lab, a group of engineers tried to connect a data reader to the artifact. Nothing worked. The cube seemed dead. But suddenly, without warning, the lights in the lab flickered. The cube began to glow again. Everyone stopped. The same deep voice returned: "You must know your truth before the choice is made." Then the cube projected another hologram into the air. It showed Earth, but not like today. This Earth was full of tall cities, flying ships, and lights that covered the sky. It was a time no one remembered. "This is not possible," whispered one of the scientists. "This isn't our history." But the cube continued. The image changed. It now showed strange, dark ships entering Earth's orbit. Giant, insect-like aliens came from them. The people of ancient Earth fought back. They wore advanced armor and used energy weapons. The battles were huge, in the sky and in space. Sarah's eyes widened. These people, they were us. General Brooks watched silently. His face was tight with worry. The cube said, "Your ancestors won. They paid the price. But victory was not the end. They sealed their power and chose to forget." Everyone stared at the images in disbelief. Earth once had this kind of technology, and they gave it up? The cube showed a group of humans building something deep underground, something huge. It looked like the cube itself. Then it buried itself under sand and rock. The voice returned: "If you are hearing this, they are returning. Prepare or fall." Suddenly, the projection ended. The room was silent. General Brooks broke the silence. "What do we do with this? Is it even telling the truth?" Sarah replied, "It doesn't matter if we believe it or not. Something is coming, and we only have 59 days. One scientist, Dr. Lin, had a different theory. She believed the cube was not just showing the past. It was alive or controlled by something intelligent. She said, "This isn't just a warning. It's a guide. It wants to help us, but only if we understand." They began studying the symbols from the holograms. Hidden inside the ancient writing were maps, star maps, showing where the alien enemy came from. Meanwhile, across the world, strange signals began appearing in space. Astronomers detected unknown objects slowly moving toward Earth. They were still far, but coming. Sarah kept watching the cube. Every night, it showed her more. Not just battles, but memories of a time when humans ruled the stars. She saw great cities on the moon, colonies on Mars, and people who could control machines with their minds. One night, she asked the cube a question. "Why did we forget all this?" The cube answered, "To protect what remained. Power comes with danger. You were not ready. Now you must be." But not everyone trusted the artifact. Some governments wanted it destroyed. They feared it was an alien trap. A powerful senator from the Global Alliance said, "This thing is too dangerous. We must shut it down before it controls us." General Brooks was torn. He didn't fully trust the cube either, but he knew the countdown was real. And now the world was watching. Dr. Sarah made a decision. We need to listen. This artifact is not the enemy. It is part of us. If our ancestors trusted it, maybe we should too. Outside, the sky was clear, but deep in space, unknown shapes were moving. And the countdown continued. 58 days, 12 hours, 07 minutes. The artifact had become the most guarded object on Earth. News about it was spreading, even though the government tried to keep it secret. People around the world were asking questions. What was it? Where did it come from? And what did it mean for humanity? But inside the secret desert lab, only one question mattered. What is the cube hiding? Dr. Sarah Malik watched the countdown every morning. It now showed 51 days, 03 hours, 18 minutes. The team worked non-stop. Holograms from the artifact revealed more details every day. The ancient cities, the war, the fall of human civilization. But something still didn't make sense. Why did humanity give up such powerful technology? Then one day, the cube showed something new, something no one expected. A massive round structure floating in space. It looked like a space station, but much older. In the hologram, humans were arguing. They were scared. A scientist shouted, "If we keep this power, we will destroy ourselves. We must lock it away." Another man said, "The enemy is not truly gone. If we forget, we will be weak again." But the vote was made. The powerful technology was hidden. The memory of it was wiped from every human mind. The cube's voice returned. They chose peace over power. But now, power must return. Sarah looked at her team. Our past was not destroyed. It was hidden. On purpose. They soon found proof. Inside the artifact were encrypted blueprints, designs for machines, weapons, and even ships. One of the engineers shouted in excitement, "These are real. We can build this." But there was a problem. The technology was linked to something called human core signature, a special genetic code. Only those with this signature could activate or control the machines. Sarah asked the cube, "What is this core signature?" The cube replied, "It lives in the blood of the originals. Find them, or fall." General Brooks ordered immediate tests. All the scientists and soldiers in the facility were scanned. Nothing matched. Until they tested Sarah. Her results shocked everyone. Her DNA contained rare genetic markers that matched the cube's requirement. "You are one of them," the cube said. "You carry the memory of the past." Sarah was confused. "I'm just a scientist." But the cube showed her a hologram, an image of a woman from the past. She looked just like Sarah, standing on the battlefield, holding a glowing weapon. Sarah's hand shook. That's not possible. The artifact had chosen her. And now the hidden truth became clear. Humanity once had heroes, guardians of Earth, with knowledge and power beyond imagination. Their bloodline continued quietly through the centuries. Sarah was a descendant. But others were watching. A spy inside the facility was sending secret messages to an unknown location. Someone didn't want this truth to come out. That night, an explosion rocked the lab. Alarms rang, smoke filled the air. Someone had tried to destroy the cube. The artifact activated its defense system. A pulse of blue light spread across the room, freezing everything. The attacker was caught. General Brooks shouted, "Who sent you?" The man smiled coldly. "They're already coming. You can't stop them." Interrogation revealed something terrifying. The invaders were already near, and they had help. Humans who had turned against their own kind, working in secret. Sarah stood in front of the cube. "We don't have time. Teach me. Show me what I must do." The cube replied, "Then remember, become who you were born to be." A new hologram appeared, this time a training program. Old knowledge, long forgotten, filled the room. Battle tactics, ancient languages, and control systems of lost machines. Sarah stepped into the projection. She closed her eyes. The past began to return. And the countdown ticked on. 48 days, 19 hours, 50 minutes. The enemy was close, and Earth's only hope was hidden in forgotten blood. The sky looked the same. The world went on as usual. But deep in space, something had changed. On day 45 of the countdown, a signal came from one of Earth's deep space observatories. Unidentified objects, moving fast, hundreds of them, silent, dark, coming straight toward Earth. General Brooks stood in the control room. His face was pale. "Is it them?" he asked. Dr. Sarah Malik nodded slowly. "Yes, the enemy is coming back." The artifact had warned them, and now it was happening. The world leaders were informed. Panic began to spread. Some people believed the truth. Others said it was fake. But in the secret desert facility, no one had time to argue. The Q came alive again. Its voice was louder, more urgent. Time is ending. The enemy remembers. You must fight or be erased. Sarah had spent the last few days learning from the artifact. Its training program had unlocked ancient knowledge buried deep inside her mind. She could now read the old language, understand the machines, and even connect with the artifact through thought. She wasn't the same person anymore. I can feel it, she said. This cube is more than a machine. It's guiding me. The artifact began releasing data, huge files of blueprints, codes, and energy systems. They were designs for powerful weapons, shields, and ships, far more advanced than anything Earth had now. But there was a problem. The technology was not plug and play. It needed special energy. It needed the core signature, the same human DNA Sarah had. And she wasn't enough. We need more like me, she said. We need to find the others. The Q gave coordinates, places around the world where the descendants of the ancient warriors might be living. A global search began. Secret teams were sent out. One by one, others were found. Some were teachers. Some were farmers. Some didn't even know they were special. Together, they formed the core circle, the new generation of Earth's defenders. Meanwhile, the enemy ships grew closer. Earth's military forces began building weapons based on the artifact's design. Laser turrets, energy shields, hover tanks, even small defense ships. It was a race against time. General Brooks stood in front of the first prototype weapon. Will it work? He asked. Sarah replied, it has to. On day 38, the first enemy scout ships entered the solar system. They were dark, insect-like, and terrifying. One came close to Mars and destroyed a satellite without warning. The cube spoke again. This is the beginning. The real war is near. Then something unexpected happened. The artifact began to open. A hidden door on its side slid open, revealing a chamber inside. In the center was a seat, shaped perfectly for a human. The cube spoke directly to Sarah. The Ark awaits. Only one may command it. It was not just an artifact. It was a ship. A living, ancient warship, locked for thousands of years. Sarah stepped closer. Her hands trembled. You want me to fly this? You were born for it, the cube replied. General Brooks looked shocked. You mean this whole time we had a battleship hidden under our feet? Sarah sat inside the cockpit. The ship powered up. Lights filled the chamber. The walls shifted, becoming clear. She could see the stars, the desert, everything. The ship connected to her mind. She gasped. It felt alive. Systems responding, she said. Weapons online. Shields active. Outside, the enemy scouts entered Earth's orbit. The first battle was about to begin. General Brooks gave the order. All units, prepare to engage. Sarah looked up at the stars. They're here. And far above the Earth, the war finally returned. The countdown continued. 36 days, 08 hours, 05 minutes. But now, Earth was no longer helpless. The battle for Earth had begun. Sarah Malik sat inside the Ark, the ancient warship, her mind connected to its systems. The enemy ships were closing in, dark, menacing, and unlike anything Earth had ever seen. But Sarah knew this was only the beginning. She had been chosen for this. The core circle, the descendants of the ancient warriors, were ready to fight. But would it be enough? General Brooks stood in the war room. He looked at the screens showing the enemy ships, hundreds of them, all closing in on Earth from every direction. We can't fight them all, he said, his voice filled with tension. We have the Ark and a few defense systems, but this is too much. Sarah spoke over the comms, her voice calm but filled with resolve. We don't have to fight them all. We just need to win the first battle, to send a message. The Ark powered up. Its engines hummed with ancient energy. The massive ship slowly rose from its underground chamber, breaking through the surface of the desert. It soared into the sky, its sleek shape cutting through the clouds. "I'll take the lead," Sarah said. "Prepare the rest of the fleet. This is our one chance." The Core Circle members, now trained and armed with the ancient knowledge from the artifact, joined her. They flew smaller ships, each equipped with the advanced weapons and shields the artifact had taught them to control. Earth's military forces, though nervous, followed suit. The first enemy ship came into view. It was huge, larger than anything Earth had ever built. It loomed in space like a black mountain. Sarah's heart pounded. She connected her mind to the Ark systems. The ship responded to her thoughts. Weapons powered up. Energy shields flared to life. "We're ready," she whispered. Then the battle began. The enemy fired first, massive energy blasts that tore through the empty space. But the Ark's shields absorbed the blast. Sarah fought back, directing the Ark's weapons with precision. Laser beams shot out from the ship, cutting through the enemy ship's outer layers. But it wasn't enough. The alien ships were powerful. "Brace yourselves," Sarah shouted. The smaller ships of the Core Circle attacked in waves, distracting the enemy and buying Sarah time. The energy blasts from the Ark exploded in a shower of light. The alien ships fired back, their weapons causing massive explosions around Earth's defense lines. The sky lit up with the intensity of the battle. On Earth, people watched in awe. They had never seen anything like it. A war in space, the battle for humanity's survival. General Brooks stood in the command center, watching the screens. "We can't lose this. We can't." Sarah's voice came through the comms. "We won't, but we need more time." She saw an opportunity. The enemy's flagship, its central command ship, was vulnerable. It was the largest ship, floating just outside the range of Earth's defenses. If they could destroy it, they could cripple the alien fleet. Sarah gritted her teeth. "This is it. I'm going after their flagship." She dove the Ark toward the flagship. The enemy fired relentlessly, but Sarah's instincts guided her. The Ark weaved and dodged, its energy shields absorbing the blasts. The ship's weapons fired back with deadly accuracy. The flagship's hull was slowly cracking, but it was still fighting back. Sarah knew it wouldn't be easy. She activated a hidden weapon from the Ark's arsenal, a massive energy cannon. She aimed at the flagship's weak point. "This is for Earth," she whispered, firing the cannon. The energy blast hit the flagship directly, causing it to explode in a massive burst of light. The shockwave rocked the entire battle. The remaining enemy ships panicked. Without their command ship, they were lost. "We did it," one of the Core Circle members shouted. But the victory was short-lived. A new, even larger enemy ship appeared on the edge of Earth's solar system. The real invasion had just begun. Sarah's heart sank. The countdown clock on the artifact showed 28 days, 16 hours, 30 minutes. The first battle was over, but the war for humanity's future was far from finished. The battlefield was chaos. Alien ships surrounded Earth, their massive forms blotting out the stars. The damage to the planet was immense. Cities lay in ruins, and the sky was filled with the smoke of destruction. But humanity had a chance. The Ark and the Core Circle were Earth's final defense. Sarah Malik sat in the cockpit of the Ark, her mind racing. The battle had already cost them so much. Yet the real threat was still out there. A massive enemy flagship, larger than anything Earth had ever seen. It was coming closer with every passing moment, and the countdown clock on the artifact was ticking down to its final seconds. 17 days, 05 hours, 23 minutes. "We can't win this," General Brooks said, his voice filled with exhaustion. "Not with what we have left." Sarah shook her head. "We have one more chance, one last weapon." The Core Circle had uncovered an ancient truth from the artifact, a weapon capable of wiping out an entire fleet. But it came with a cost. The weapon was linked to the core signature, the very DNA that Sarah and her ancestors carried. Using it would mean sacrificing everything. There would be no turning back. "You want me to use it?" Sarah asked, her voice cold. "The ultimate weapon. But at what cost?" The cube spoke directly to her. "To save your world, you must choose. Sacrifice all or save none." Sarah clenched her fists. She had learned everything from the artifact. It wasn't just a machine. It was a living piece of Earth's ancient history. And it had one purpose: to protect humanity, no matter the cost. "Are we ready?" Sarah asked the core circle. They nodded. "We trust you." Sarah took a deep breath. The arc systems hummed around her. The massive weapon inside the ship powered up. The core signature linked with the ship's systems, and Sarah felt the power surge through her. It was overwhelming, too much for any one person to handle. But there was no choice. The enemy flyship appeared on the screen, huge, deadly, and relentless. It was already within range to launch a final attack on Earth. "This is it," Sarah whispered, her voice steady. "Time to finish this." She targeted the flyship. Her heart raced as she prepared to activate the weapon. But then something unexpected happened. The enemy flagship sent out a message directly to Sarah. The voice was cold and alien, but it was clear. "You cannot win. Your species is weak. We are the true rulers of this galaxy." Sarah hesitated. The voice was familiar, almost like it was speaking to her directly, calling her out. The cube spoke once more. "The enemy has always known. The final battle is not for victory. It is for understanding." Sarah's mind raced. There was something deeper at play here, something hidden in her bloodline. She wasn't just fighting for Earth. She was fighting for something much bigger. She was the key to something ancient and forgotten. "General," Sarah said, "I need one last push. The enemy, they think they know everything. But we can outsmart them." With the core circle and the remaining Earth fleet, Sarah led the final charge. The Ark surged forward, its weapons primed, energy shields glowing. The enemy flyship fired first, but Sarah dodged its attack, using the Ark's advanced systems. This was the moment. Sarah activated the ultimate weapon. A massive burst of energy shot from the Ark, colliding with the enemy flagship. But instead of destruction, something incredible happened. The enemy flagship seemed to understand. The energy didn't destroy it. It surrounded it, weaving through its systems, linking with the alien ship's mind. For the first time, Sarah felt a connection with the enemy, a connection to a shared past. The alien voice spoke again, but this time it was different. "You are the legacy. We are not your enemy. We are your forgotten brothers." Sarah's mind reeled. The truth was out. The aliens were not invaders. They were remnants of an ancient human civilization. Long ago, humans had spread across the stars, but a faction had broken away, choosing a different path. These aliens were their descendants, brothers and sisters, lost to time. The Q confirmed it. "You were once one. Now you must choose to reunite or remain divided." Sarah had a choice. She could destroy the alien fleet and save Earth, but at the cost of the ancient connection. Or she could find a way to unite with them, bringing peace to both worlds. Sarah made her decision. She deactivated the weapon and reached out to the alien fleet through the Ark systems. "We are the same," she said. "It's time to rebuild together." The alien fleet hesitated. Then, in a moment of shared understanding, they lowered their weapons. The battle ended. The countdown clock stopped. Earth had been saved. Sarah stood before the artifact. The war was over, but the true story of humanity was only beginning.